Let's all go to the game shop. Let's all go to the game shop. Let's all go to the game shop and buy ourselves some swag. That is, if you're lucky enough to live in a town that has a game shop and that game shop actively supports role-playing, unlike the OGGM, who doesn't? To continue my ongoing frustration and bitterness on this topic, can I just tell you that a tabletop role-playing game card shop opened up in the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea on the way to Coachella. Why? Because it's on the way to Coachella. And the guys were like, hey, people are going to drive by us. You know, some of them are probably geeks. The Salton Sea has a store that is actively supporting tabletop role-playing games and card games in Warhammer. Ventura County does not. Does not. What is it, like 600 people live in the Salton Sea during the summer? If you don't count the unincorporated Slab City, 5,000 people live here in Ventura. No game store that actively supports role-playing. Why? God, I know, I need to stop being bitter about this. I'm going to go to my grave. And it's going to say on my grave, no fucking game store in Ventura County. Hello and welcome. It is I, the OGGM, coming to you live from Site B on a beautiful Wednesday morning. Just reminding you that apparently I never graduated high school and I'm 75 years old and can't read because that's the latest insult that I got. And I'm going to own it like I do all. It's time to head on over to our tabletop role-playing stores of choice and see what is new on the shelves, except, of course, there's one that they didn't mention, so we're going to have to mention that too. But before you head on over to their game store to see if it's in stock, maybe call ahead because, you know, the shipping thing is still a thing. And it's very hard for your mom and pop game store to get these products and is going to be becoming increasingly harder. So the best way to support them is to call ahead to see if they have it, or ask them if they can special order it. Okay, so this week on the shelves is Crown and Skull Volume 1 from our very good friend Hank over at Runehammer. This is definitely one of those books where, like, even if you never use it, you kind of have to have it because Hank's brain and is just so amazing. And the amount of stuff he put in this book is amazing. It's, you know, Hank's stuff is right up there with, like, Crawford's stuff. For not Jeremy Crawford, the other Crawford, for like Worlds Without Numbers and Stars Without Number. Like, if there's a must own, it's ICRPG. If there's a must own, it's probably this. Unfortunately, Hank, I love you. I don't have $50 to spend upon a game that I'm probably never going to use. That said, I'm sure plenty of other of you people out there do have that kind of money. I highly recommend it. I've included the link. Yeah. Crown and Skull, but Hank. From Crucible 7, we have some stuff for Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory. We have the Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory starter set for $40. It's a 48-page adventure set in the world of Warhammer 40k RPG. Leads you into the other RPGs that they've created for Wrath and Glory, Warhammer 40k. So if you're interested in finding out what's going on in the role-playing side of 40k, this is a good way to do it. $40 for an intro thing. Get everything you need, just like any other intro game, box type thing. From Legendary Games for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition for $26, we have Templars and Tyrants, a book about paladins, anti-paladins, Templars, tyrants, knights, saints, evil, good, all that knighty legendary stuff. So if you're looking for some extra new stuff to add to your 5e game while you still can, check this out. From Ghostfire's Game, we have the Drakenheim City Fabric Map for $20. This is the city of Drakenheim. An Alice Wonder displayed on a full-scale map depicting various locations, and apparently it's made out of fabric. I'm still waiting for my fabric map for Freeport that I kickstarted like 10 years ago. So if you need a map for city Drakenheim, I don't know what that is. And the link just leads me to the Wizards of the Coast page, so that doesn't tell me anything. But apparently it's a setting for 5e, and they have a map made out of fabric for $20. From Dragon Peak Publishing, we have Marvels in the Multiverse and the Technomancer of Candy Mountain. This is for Mutant Crawl Classic, Dungeon Crawl Classic. These are $10 softcover adventures set in the weird, wonderful world of MCC, DCC. Marvels of the Multiverse where you apparently go out into space. It's a 0-level funnel for MCC, DCC. It also provides some multiversal type jokes and references to the whole multiverse thing. The Technomancer of Candy Mountain is a level 3 adventure that takes you high up into Candy Mountain, where intelligent candy-based life forms have evolved thanks to a man named Wuzza Wildler, and includes 12 new monsters and candy weapons. In no way, shape, or form, this is a reference to a certain character who makes candy and has had 3 movies made about him and several books. Nope, just completely independent, original character. For Mothership from Worlds of Wat, we have the Cloud Empress setting, Cloud Empress Rulebook, Cloud Empress Land of Society. How do you say that? Societias, Cicadias, Crickets, Cloud Empress Year 1, and the 5 mini zine adventure bundle. All these are running about $23. It's an ecological science fantasy campaign that places PCs on a new Earth thousands of years in the future, ruled by psychic cicadas. Cicadas, right? That's how you say it? Cicadas? Grasshoppers. And then includes some adventures for it. So if you're looking for something a little different for the world of Mothership, maybe not so dark and gloomy, but more like eco-terror and eco-fantasy and weird alien planets that you have to conquer and terraform while trying to establish diplomatic relations with psychic superintelligence grasshoppers. And it's relatively priced. Hey, and look, I love how product comes out before Mothership, before we still don't actually have the rulebook. Now, there's another one that came out this week that is not on this page, but I gotta, of course, shout her out because she's my friend and all the trouble I get in whenever I do shout her out. So, just letting everybody know that Shadowdark has finally arrived in print. You can get it at the Arcane Library. Unfortunately, she's asking $50. Kelsey, I love you. I'm proud of you. I appreciate being your friend. I don't have $60 to spend on a game I'm never going to play or use. But if you do and you want to support Kelsey and Shadowdark, check it out. It's available on the Arcane Library. Link down below for $60, or I think $50 for the not cool looking version. When the PDF comes out, when the soft cover comes out, if it's like 30, I'll pick it up because I'll support her. And every time I do, people shit on me, and I love it. That's it this week. Not a lot, but that's okay. What there is interesting. Highly recommend, if you have the money, to check out Runehammer from Hank and Crown and Skull. Other than that, you tell me what you're looking to purchase this week at your friendly local game store. But remember, again, before you head on over and get angry at them for not having it in stock, call ahead. Because, it's hard enough for mom and pop game stores to stay relevant in this age, and it's only going to get harder for them. So they need all the support we have. If you happen to have a mom and pop brick and mortar friendly local game store where you live, and that friendly local game store is intelligent enough to actively support tabletop role-playing. And congratulations, Salton Sea, you now have one. And I don't. Why? Why is that? Why? I'm not bitter. You're bitter. I'm not bitter. You're bitter. I'm not bitter. You're bitter.